Hello, everybody. How are you doing? And welcome, everybody to Homeschooling and Oils. Well, today, we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about flashcards. For those of you who know me personally behind the scenes, you know how I absolutely love flashcards, and I am not hooked on grade level in reference to flashcards or anything for that matter, because I know that I can adapt it to any way that I like, and it just so user friendly, especially if you have a child with learning differences, especially in reference to dyslexia or a reluctant reader, a child that doesn't respond as you would like to written like books. I have my children read books and different stuff like that, but I have one child that has learning differences, like really dyslexia is a really strong thing, and also with that, it's reading, writing, and all that good stuff. So I have to get creative in reference to how I present information. Now, I have noticed personally, not unless my child is totally just engaged in that topic, I have noticed that in order for me to intrigue my child, I need to do things in a different way to approach their unique learning style. And one way in which I do that is using flashcards. It's simplistic, it gets to the point, and no matter what the age level is for the particular flashcards, you can totally adapt it. It just take a little bit of creative thinking and just go ahead and try something new. Now I have quite a bit of flashcards. Now, let me show you. A lot of people, if you have older children like me, they wouldn't even keep these flashcards because, as you can see, these are not middle school or high school level flashcards, right? Due to the words. Look at the words. However, when my children were younger, I used them just as is because my child's a very visual learner, so I need to have pictures and words. And this fits that purpose, and it really helps my child, has helped my child a whole lot. Got rid of these for the simple fact that I can still use these even though I have middle and high schoolers. Like with this, the word work. Of course, they can spell the word work, but how can I use this in a different way to adapt it to my children's grade level and age now? Excuse me, y'all. I'm just waking up. Did not have my morning tea. I am a tea girl, not a coffee girl. Not saying I don't drink coffee every now and then, but I am mostly a tea girl, so I haven't had it yet. So that's hence the keep clearing my throat and all that stuff like that. But anyway, how I will adapt this to work, like if you have at the topic of work, I will add different things to this. I will put this card up on the table and say, hey, I want you to research different careers or different things that you like that of interest to you. And I want you to determine what type of work it is. Say, for example, is it a job that you have to go work for someone else, which makes you an employee? Or are you on this particular job that makes you an employer? And I would have them have the pros and cons of both areas. And we will talk about it. I will add DVDs. I will add real life scenarios, all of that, even down to fill out a makeshift job application. So that's how I would do. Of course, with this, you can actually take these cards and round them up and make sentences out of them, paragraphs. Take all of them out, put random cards down, and have them make a poem. If you're going on different types of poetry, you can have them make up a poem based on whatever type of poem that you're working on for that particular time. It's so many different ways that you can use these cards for ways that they're not intended for. So that's why I keep them. I also have my careers. I can also add these community flashcards to them because I also have a DK Fine book. Now, these are not their grade level. However, I can talk about transportation. I can talk about when they're going to apply or try to get their permits. I can talk about traffic signs, and we go out and compare different traffic signs. I have a book on traffic, not just traffic signs, but signs all around the world. So it's so many different things that you can actually do. This flashcards actually give you like a little rundown on the particular career. And we can do things like comparing and contrasting how much they pay, how much education you need or requirements you need or to do this particular profession. We can even take it to the next level and actually go out in the community and seek out individuals that fall in these particular careers and actually interview them. You can start with your family and friends and then work your way down. And so, and these flashcards was not geared towards my children's grade level because they're middle and high school, but those are some ways in which I use it. Now, you know, these are not their grade level. However, the same gist that I did with rhyming, making up paragraphs, random sentences, we make up games, throwing games, running around games, just different stuff, or see how fast you can spell these words in like 30 seconds. All kind of things that you can actually do, because this could be a great brain break for your kids to do. Just brushing up on certain things and looking at word families, and then making words as big as they can with the particular word family that they're working with. Rhyme up all these different words and make songs and different stuff like that. These two with the phonics, same thing. Of course, I do have some that's on grade level 2 with the SAT vocabulary words. So pick out the words. I let them pick out the words. Well, my daughter pick out the words what she want to focus on. You can go alphabetical order, but I hardly ever follow the rules on everything. I always like change it around. But she's, whatever mood she's in for that day. Sometimes she like to go in order. Sometimes she don't. It just depends on what day it is. And so these are professional noggins. You can use them as the manufacturer intended, but I also use this as a teachable point. So you see how they have these particular states. I will actually have my children look up these particular states, write something about it, or find information on it, documentaries, what's unique about this particular area, what's indigenous to this area, all those different things, and they can focus only on these that are highlighted. National parks, I have a DVD on this. We can actually watch that and find out why these particular national parks are a treasure. And we can actually try to plan to see some of those parks. These are the 50 states. Have the kiddos look at these abbreviations of these states and actually have them write the state word. And if you want to get fancy smashy, write down the capital or the city for the particular area. Rivers, you can go through on your maps or your atlas and look for all the different rivers, or just maybe you can, if you have a lot of rivers and lakes and stuff in your area, you can actually let your children see them. That makes for a good free field trip. And you can also have them write them down and also make it into an art. Have them draw the rivers, the area in which they are, like areas that's close to them. You can actually turn into a writing assignment, have them write about it, the history about it, all that good stuff. So it's so many different things that you can do. Now, to be perfectly honest with you and totally transparent, I really do not care for these type. These was given to me. I do not care for these type of flashcards, to be truthfully honest. And I know this is old school, and normally I do like old school, but these don't really float my boat. Because my kids they need a little extra. So if I have pictures or something like when my one of my children that is a heavy visual learner, I would like draw something that's relevant around this. Or I really like things that are kind of interactive. These are so bland. I wouldn't mind if they was more color to get them more engaged. I have used these, and I still do use these for like when we're doing a game show and stuff like that, and that's when it's more fun. But the regular traditional way, these are kind of boring. However, to me, because we like color in here, like to have some color, something that's appealing to the eye. See, like this, we prefer these better because you'll be able to, it's something about your mind seeing color versus just black and white. You're able to, well, my children are able to hold on to it more. And me too, because I don't like boring looking stuff. But anyway, then I have these. I think these are those dots things. These was given to me. I never owned that particular thing, but it was given to me. And so you can actually use these to enough on your fractions. I got these for free from Natural Enquirer, and they're still available right now. So when you're talking about biographies, autobiographies, science, you can easily read about this because it has the information on the back. You can talk about that topic. If you have individuals in your area that does things like this, then you can actually go meet them, schedule, because they usually are very, very friendly, where they would love for you to schedule a field trip and they'll do it for free. Of course, you got to pay for your gas and stuff to get down there. And that's what we usually do to make it fun, more engaging. I will use these to explain about different biographies, not only these individuals, this will be in careers too, but other individuals too that has different professions. All righty, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. These are compare and contrast opposites. Of course, these are not my children's grade level. However, I used to use these quite a bit when my children were younger and we was talking about life skills and similar and different, because my children was very, very literal. But I don't use these so much, so I'll probably include these on the giveaway. Because these, I will not use these. Let me put those out. These I got for free. And you use them with your stamps. And so each one has like a certain thing that you're supposed to be doing. It tell you what to do in reference with your stamps, and different topics, different subjects. Real, real fun. No planning on my part. I love it. And they actually have an envelope that you can put the card in, and the children can look and get their particular assignment for that day. And we branch off into writing and all that good stuff. All right. And I also, with writing, being that I have a child that has dysgraphia, I don't make my child write every single thing out because of the learning difference. Sometimes I have my child type it out. Sometimes I have a recorder or audio in which I let them record different stuff and then write it down later. So as you can see, flashcards are amazing. This is science, all different areas of science: earth science, physical science, and space. Yeah, that's earth science. Anyway, so I would actually give these to my kiddos and let them look up information on with their science encyclopedia, reference back to their science textbook, and also documentaries and some writing. These came from Dollar Tree. I use these as vocabulary words. I use them as talking, teachable moments. We look information up on it. We draw. We do science with it. All kind of stuff. We also have math, so they'll look this up in their math dictionary. So many different things that you can do with all of these different things. So the next time that you're looking at flashcards, don't look at them the same way. Like with fractions, a lot of people will get rid of these fraction cards because you have a middle school and high school. What I do with doing the equivalent fractions and all that, I make the problem come to life. So I put this, and I say, okay, now make it equivalent or change it up. That's how I do it. Of course, we do recognition to make sure they know what this is, but there's so many different ways that you can actually turn these flashcards into a problem. And if your child is very, very like standoffish in reference to very, very thick textbooks, this will be a great way. I actually have my children do actually more work for a longer period of time when I alternate and do it different kind of ways like this. They don't even realize they're doing so much until afterwards. And this one, if you're doing Spanish and numbers, a lot of individuals get rid of these when their kiddos get older. I don't. I put them all together, have them, and I say, okay, this will be 6,162. Write it out. You can take, and I also will take, okay, add this and this together, subtract it, multiply. It's so many different ways that you can still use this amazing stuff and readapt it, reuse it, repurpose it for your needs so it can help save you money. My video is too long once again because I have too many flashcards. I probably have to do a 2-part video about all these flashcards. But anyway, as you can see, I am an avid flashcard person. And last but surely is not least, I'm going to show you what we're doing right now in reference to flashcards. And then I am going to go. These are what we're using right now. For Black History, we're using these. I just got these No, this is the same one. I have one on STEM. First volume, second and third. These are amazing. Love them, love them, love them. And then I have these. We use them like for game show. We use them just for them like brushing up on skills, word problems. We use these. These are entrepreneurship flashcards. Talk about everything dealing with entrepreneurship. It breaks it down, explains the different topics, and it gives you a short definition of what's going on. So this goes into the economics and math. These two, what I'm showing you right here. These are the some more flashcards talking about basic financial knowledge. Well, not basic, because some of these things I didn't know until after I got grown, because we didn't study this in school back in the day. So it has different things. I just love, love, love these flashcards. And let's see, my last thing was my Dollar Tree haul. I'm going to be integrating this alongside Kinetic Spelling for Active Learners, the book that I have co-authored. And we're going to actually be using these flashcards along with the different activities and the bonus activities that we have in the book. If you want to know more about these flashcards, I have a video on Facebook where I'm actually showing you how these flashcards look at Homeschooling Oils. So I am getting ready to go. Let me put this back up so I can get ready for our school day today. So you guys have a great, amazing rest of your day. And I will talk to you later. So look at flashcards in a different way, a fun way, and don't get rid of them. Learn to adapt, adjust, and repurpose and use. Save you money, and plus it's fun.